Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and this story is making the rounds quite a lot. Quite an alarming story, to say the least. You may want to change your Steam password, as noted on VG247. Data from over 89 million Steam users is reportedly on the dark web following a vendor breach. Millions of Steam users' personal data may have been exposed as a result of a major breach, so best take precautions now. Now, there was an update posted as well. There's a lot of information going around as far as what is going on. A clarification as far as the leak noted by Mello Online. Yesterday, an alleged major Steam data breach occurred, compromising over 89 million users' records, roughly two-thirds of all Steam accounts. These datasets are being sold for over $5,000 on what appears to be a site akin to Mipid. Mipid, alongside their sister site, is a forum site we at Steam Sentinels have warned Steam about for years for instances of developer blackmailing, review manipulation, greenlight boosting, and other dodgy activities. But as of yet, Steam hasn't tried to take action against the site. This inaction has ultimately led to the selling of tens of millions of users' account details. Enable two-factor authentication. These are just the go-tos. Enable two-factor authentication. Monitor your email for suspicious activity. Change your Steam password. Beware of phishing attempts disguised as game promotions or support messages. And join Sentinels of the store to stay in the know. But, another update, an update suggests that the alleged Steam data breach is not a direct breach of Steam itself, but rather a supply chain compromise, meaning an external service that Steam relies on was targeted. Here's what we understood from this update. New evidence comes from some real data is involved. A sample of the leaked data includes real-time SMS logs, which are used in two-factor authentication. There's also a vendor that they apparently use, Trillo, but it's listed Twio here. But Valve, contacting Mello Online, noted that they do not use Trillo for clarity. Also, as I've seen some news sites citing me as a source, as linked in my initial tweet, the source is a LinkedIn post by Underdark. Another clarification, after I put up the above clarification, some people are now trying to say the above indicates that this is now all fake news. The only thing the above indicates is that Twillo, which, again, it was stated in one tweet, Twillo is not the source of the breach. That's it. Users are still urged to change their passwords and enable Steam Guard. And again, this stems from a LinkedIn post. SteamDB has flagged a LinkedIn post from Dr. Christopher Kunz, a security writer at German tech site Heise, who wrote it in an article on the alleged breach. The dataset contains phone numbers and expired one-time codes. That's what I thought the SMS logs are. One-time codes that you use with two-factor authentication, but those obviously have a time attached to them. But no references to access data such as usernames, Steam IDs, or even password hashes. Whether Steam customers should now change their passwords as a precaution or install the Steam Guard security app seems at least questionable. He added that stolen phone numbers could potentially be used to launch convincing phishing campaigns, enticing users with Steam vouchers, or threatening account suspensions, meaning you might want to be vigilant if you've recently used SMS codes as a part of your Steam two-factor authentication. It shouldn't take me saying this, but make sure, like, Steam is one of those accounts, you guys, that I would really go above and beyond to safeguard. So you should have a unique password to it. You should have a Steam two-factor authentication. I'm laughing, but some people, still to this day reuse passwords on everything. And yeah, I would go about not doing that. At the very least, be vigilant on the accounts that matter the most. Your bank accounts, your, I would say your social media accounts, all of that, at least the ones you care about, your major gaming platforms, Steam, I would throw in there. Reusing passwords is whatever. If it's an account you don't care about and you don't care if it gets hacked, like, whatever, I would always not reuse passwords. And in the sense these days, it's so easy to get a password manager, password generator that, do whatever you want. But in the case of your prized possession and accounts, you should be a little bit vigilant in terms of guarding it. But it looks like, as far as any sort of disarray and anything crazy, I don't think it's gonna be absolute chaos. Like, I lived through the PlayStation leak of 2011, and that will scar me forever. It might have been 2010. I don't remember exactly, but y'all remember when PSN was down for 30 days. I don't recall Valve ever having something that major as far as a breach goes. But again, it might not be a bad idea to change your password, and at the very least, always have two-factor authentication enabled. But based on what I am seeing, I think this might might be something that isn't going to amount to anything crazy, but at the same time, it never hurts to be a little bit safe, and whenever a situation like this does transpire, people are gonna be a little bit scared, people are gonna be a little bit wary. But as far as I don't know, your guys' experience with Steam, like, Steam has been pretty rock solid to me. There's always the Tuesday maintenance where people will bug out on Tuesdays at like 6 p.m. every day, 6 p.m. Eastern. But outside of that, Steam has been a great platform, and, you know, not everything's gonna work 100%, but look at a platform like PlayStation, which recently had, like, a pretty sizable outage where they were out for, I want to say it was like 12 hours, 16 hours, and PlayStation didn't even make note of it on any social media channels for hours. Like, when I compare Steam to PSN, for example, I feel like Steam is way better, but I don't know, maybe that's a bias, and maybe that's me kissing Valve's ass, but I feel like for the most part, Steam has been a pretty solid platform where if something huge did happen, you know, I would hope they would be transparent about it, and at the same time, it would be good for Valve to respond to this, you know, because on their official channels right now, the Valve Twitter really doesn't update, but let's go to the Steam Twitter. Yeah, they're just promoting the Steam Creature Collector Fest that just started. I feel like there should be a Steam support Twitter as well, but looks like they aren't tweeting anything about it. Steam support, here we go. Okay, they have not tweeted since 2017, so yes, unfortunately, looks like there hasn't been any level of response from them, and hopefully they will at least address this, because this is making the rounds quite a lot. It's best to be transparent in situations like that. At the very least, say something like, we are looking into the situation. They did respond to users and whatnot, but maybe they're looking into it and they're trying to figure out some definitive information before they say anything on their official channels. But definitely, as a step of precaution, you might want to change your password. And again, if you don't have two-factor authentication enabled, make sure you enable it. How these hacks work, you guys, generally speaking, if you have different passwords on everything, if you have two-factor authentication enabled more than anything, you should be safe. You should be safe. And two-factor authentication, you can get around it with, like, spoofing a SIM card or spoofing a phone number. But again, for the average Joe Schmo, I don't think you're going to have to deal with something that crazy happening to you, but you might want to change your password and certainly enable two-factor authentication. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching. I don't think this is going to amount to anything too crazy, and hopefully it'll be water under the bridge in a week or so, and, you know, it'd be great if it was just all fake news, but nonetheless, there you go with that. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.